Okay, so hello and welcome to this latest Business Spotlight interview. I'm delighted today to be joined by Dean Cork from Dean Cork Plumbing and Heating. Hi, Dean, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good to meet you and looking forward to hearing about you and your business. So just to start with, could you give us a little bit background on yourself and the business, so far, please?
Okay, so I'm a local plumbing and heating engineer based just outside of Lancaster in Lancashire. I've been self-employed this time since 2019. I moved to this area a few years ago. Um, I'm a father of two kids and a little Jack Russell, and well, that's kind of it. I don't know what else can I say.
Cool. Oh, brilliant. Great. And so you started 2019. So before that, what were you doing before you started the business, working for
I
yourself?
was just mainly working for companies.
Right. Okay. And what was the reason for starting up? Why did you decide to go out on your own?
Basically for personal reasons, because I have two children, as I just mentioned.
Mm.
I'm a single dad. I live with them on my own,
Hmm.
so I need the freedom to work my own hours and work around them.
Okay. Perfect. And you finding that you're getting that opportunity now? I've been doing it for a few years.
Yeah, it's been good. I'm enjoying a bit of a work-life balance and juggling work
Good.
and being a father at the same time. It's good.
Oh, great. That's good to hear because if that's the one reason for doing it and you're seeing that benefit, then obviously that's a great fantastic opportunity that you've created for yourself there, so well done for that. So when it comes to your business, what do you think makes you stand out from the crowd in terms of the service and what you provide?
Probably just attention to detail, professionalism. So far, like I put my business on Google and I've
Mhm.
got 5-star reviews across the board. People have been nothing but happy with my work, and people are more than happy to go on
Mhm.
Google and look that up. Yeah, I'm a bit of a stickler for sticking to regulations. I don't like cutting corners. I just want to do a good job and leave a happy customer.
Cool. And what is it that how do you make sure that the customers are left happy so they do give you the great reviews? What your kind of
Just
top
when I
priority?
start a job, obviously, I like to go in with a friendly approach and
Hmm.
introduce myself. I treat their home as if it was my own.
Right.
Um, I kind of keep them informed all the way through the job. You don't want to go in
Hmm.
there and just make a mess and then tell them at the end it's done.
Sure.
I think it's important to keep the customer informed so they know exactly where they're up to, what it's going to cost,
Hmm.
stuff like that. It's just treating your customers with the respect they deserve.
Cool. Good, absolutely, and yeah, customer service is clearly paramount in any industry, but especially in the industries that you're working in, it can make a big difference to that repeat business and people referring you on to other people that they know, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, perfect. So what's the journey been like for the last few years then in terms of building the business up? Um,
Bit of a roller coaster, I'll be
okay.
honest.
Yep.
You can't. I try my best to make plans and stick to them, but obviously having
Right.
two kids that sometimes get
Yep.
poorly and have to stay off school,
Yep.
it doesn't always work out. But thankfully, customers tend to be a bit understanding of the
Hmm.
situation
Right.
and uh, just work around it.
Yeah. Okay. And so how, are you starting to see, a growth now, a continuous growth over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I'd say the last probably 9 months or so, I've seen a bit of it pick up a bit.
Okay.
Obviously, coming off the back end of the pandemic wasn't easy,
No.
but yeah, it's definitely improved in the last 9 months, I'd say.
Okay. And what kind of, where do you specialize in any particular part of, whether it be new build or reactive or, some planned work?
Just
What kind of stuff do you do?
basic domestic work, really.
Right.
I
Okay.
don't really do building sites or anything. I've done that
No.
in the past. It's not something that I'm interested in. I tend to stick just within the domestic sector,
Okay.
which basically is just mainly central heating work, gas boiler installations,
Right.
breakdown servicing work, that kind of stuff.
Hmm. Cool. Good. And so in regards to looking forward, you know, over the next few years, what do you think your biggest challenges are going to be in terms of growing the business?
At the moment, our industry is changing pretty rapidly. Obviously, we've got government mandated net zero targets to hit.
Yep.
There's not enough engineers in the country, certainly not enough that are qualified in renewables. I've just finished a month long, well, it was 4 weeks of a day at college each
Right.
week, doing all my air source heat pump qualifications. I've
Mhm.
installed them before, but for companies when I've worked for them. And next year, I actually want to start pushing that, try to do that myself as well.
Right. Perfect.
Just adding it to my skill set, really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And how do you see so with the heat pump? What are the accreditation that you need to be able to go out and benefit from that?
It's just a BPEC qualification.
Right.
Obviously, you have like City and Guilds for your plumbing,
Hmm.
gas safe for your gas,
Yeah.
and BPEC from the course for the heat pumps.
Okay. And you starting to get people talking to you about heat pumps now? You know, from
Yeah, little bits. Yeah, the uptake on them has been slow in the last few
Mm.
years,
Right.
but obviously they cost more to install.
Yeah.
Sometimes buildings aren't suitable for them, so
Mm.
systems have to be upgraded, bigger parts, bigger radiators. They have to be designed correctly as well, which is the most important thing.
Sure.
That's why you sometimes hear stories online where the system hasn't been designed correctly, and people saying, "Oh, I spent 20 grand on a heat pump and it
Yeah.
doesn't work."
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
it's best to get the knowledge and do the coursework, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Of course.
doing instead of just slinging it in.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you see a big opportunity to kind of grow the business in that way over the next few
Yeah,
years.
it's what I'm looking at for the future. Obviously, there's still going to be gas around for quite a
Mm.
while. You know, probably another 20 years or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably enough to see me to retirement, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Sure. Fair enough.
It's interesting though. When I've been learning about all the renewables and the heat pumps and all the rest of it, it's just an interesting thing to be involved in because
Right.
it's fresh, it's new, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
evolving all the time.
Sure. So yeah, and yeah, what are the benefits of the heat source in that sense? I mean, I know you've got to move it, but you know, where do you see the
Carbon
benefit?
neutral is the
Yeah.
main benefit. It's not polluting.
Yeah.
They are actually more efficient. They can be, up to about 400% efficiency if the
Right.
system is designed correctly and it's installed properly.
Hmm.
Uh, that's pretty much it, really.
Yeah.
I can't think.
And so the return on investment is over a longer period of time, but there's definitely a return on that investment going forward. You think in terms of
In terms of doing the coursework,
yeah,
oh yeah,
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 because it's basically another industry on top
yeah,
of
yeah,
the already established gas heating industry.
yeah, yeah,
So
sure,
it's just another string to your bow, really.
yeah, yeah. No, perfect, great stuff. Okay, perfect. And then what would you say has kind of been your biggest learning since you've been a business owner over the years when it comes to
Uh, Biggest learning, probably managing time,
right?
managing jobs as well. Obviously, when you work for other companies, in
Mm,
the past when I've been a member of staff, you're not managing jobs.
yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
I'm managing my own workload now, managing my own jobs. I also have a friend of mine who works for me on the bigger jobs.
Okay.
So we've got to factor stuff like that in as well.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. And you feel like you're getting to grips with that now, and just as you build up
Yeah,
experience, you're managing your
yeah,
time.
it's
I guess
definitely.
with the balance that you talk about, that's almost vital, isn't it, in terms of making sure that you've got that time free,
Yeah,
on a day-to-day basis to ensure that your priorities
yeah.
are in check as well. So brilliant. Okay, great. And question about like what we like to ask business owners about what inspires them or what is inspiring you at the moment. So what is the inspiration for what you're doing and why you're doing it?
Just mainly my kids, I suppose. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I enjoy my trade. I'm one of those people that's fortunate enough to do a job that I actually really enjoy doing.
Great.
So that's one inspiration, is because, like I said,
Mm,
with the industry changing, I'm learning all the time and finding it fascinating.
mm,
But obviously, as a father, yeah, it's my kids. My son finishes school in 2026, I think. So
right.
he's already said he wants to jump in the van and come learn as well. So I'm looking forward
Brilliant.
to that. But yeah, my inspiration is basically, you know, providing my children with what they need, and also I just love the job I do.
Yeah, perfect. Great. Well, two great, two great pieces of inspiration. Like I say, if you can love the work you do, that's a big thing. And then obviously, you know, but creating a better future for your kids and stuff is clearly a big inspiration for, you know, a lot of business owners across the board. So yeah, fantastic. Right. Okay. And then finally, when it comes to people finding out more about, you know, yourself and the business, where can they contact you or find out?
I have a Facebook page,
Yeah.
which is pretty standard, and
Uh-huh.
I'm also on Google. So if they just Google my company name,
Okay.
come up with the location on Google Maps, just outside of Lancaster,
Mhm.
and they can find all the information they need there.
Perfect. Great stuff. Well, great stuff. Thanks for you taking the time today to talk to me. And best of luck with growing the business and obviously the stuff you're talking about in terms of the challenges on the renewables. But yeah, thanks once again. Cheers and take care. Bye
Thank
now.
you.